words about the next song, and I hope I don't go on too long, but I'm warning you at least, because it's kind of close to my heart, and also there's quite a lot going on in it, and a lot of very English references that you might not pick up on. There's a lot of England in this new album, actually, and this song in particular has quite a bit to do with where I grew up, which is a place called Portsmouth on the south coast of England, where I came to Hampshire. And Graham grew up very close to there as well, actually. And as you probably imagine, it is a port city, which is not quite the same thing as a seaside town. I think there are seaside towns all around the coast of Britain, and those are places that were built for people to go and have fun by the sea, which at one time used to be a really big deal. This song is called End of the Pier, and that became an expression in England. End of the pier. If someone said, "Oh, that's end of the pier stuff," it means like really corny, old-fashioned songs or comedy or entertainment. And that comes from the fact that the heyday of seaside towns was in the late 19th century and early 20th century. And all of these towns had a pier, a pleasure pier, with a little ballroom or theatre at the end where they would have shows, right? And this was hugely popular. They featured very often the biggest stars of the day, stars at the music halls, fantastic characters, Vesta Tilley, Murray Lloyd, Dan Leno, George Layburn, aka Champagne Charlie, great characters, Max Champion, but of course this kind of stuff went out of fashion as time went on, which I think is a shame because I've taken an interest in that era, and I think they had fantastic songs, great entertainers, great characters, and also people went out, they knew how to have fun. I mean, I think, especially really working class people, had harder lives than we have now, but they went out in their thousands to live entertainment, to sing along and laugh and be with their friends in a very social culture. And I think we've lost that. I really do, and it would be great if we could bring it back somehow. But mind you, present company accepted, of course. So there's that. Anyway, that's the idea of this song, and I imagine that the first half of the song, it's an ordinary working class family, and they've just gotten through the First World War, and life is hard, but they're looking forward to going to the seaside and having fun. The second half of the song goes fast forward 100 years, and it's a very similar family, and they just got through lockdown, and they're not going anywhere. They're kind of lost their habit. And if they were to go to a seaside town and go onto one of these piers, more than likely they'd find it's sort of just crappy video games and stuff. Some of them, of course, didn't survive, and I recently watched the movie again for the first time because it was filmed in my hometown. Again for the first time? Anyway, did anyone see the movie Tommy? Directed by Kevin Russell. Like I said, I just watched it again for the second time. I was interested to see how it held up, and I was surprised at how bad it was. Nevertheless, it was filmed in my hometown, and there's a scene in it of The Who performing on the pier, because Portsmouth, although it's not a seaside town, it does have a little area with a beach and a pier. So they were filming The Who on the pier, and I was a teenager at the time. And I remember seeing a huge cloud of black smoke coming from somewhere on the seafront. And there was some kind of accident during the filming, and the whole pier went up in flames. And if you happen to see the movie, then you can fast forward to the bit where you actually see the pier going up in flames, which is the best bit of the movie, really. But they rebuilt the pier, but they didn't have any more shows. So that's my spiel. That was it. Thank you for your patience.